Hello there, everyone. This is Matt again from, well, not again, this will be the first time, really. Um, um, since we're on a 2 or more week hiatus due to the global pandemic, um, I figured I would do some art lessons online, posting to YouTube or Facebook. Um, I also do other things. I plan on doing other things like showing how to use color pencils. I'll draw on my tablet. I have a Wacom tablet here that I can draw right on the screen, which is capturing right now, as you see in the window here. Um, I also make models for role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, Shadowrun, Pathfinder, stuff like that. I'll be doing some of that throughout this time. Um, I am not comfortable being in front of a camera or talking to an audience that is or is not there. Um, I am working from home since we are all, pretty much stuck at home right now. I don't have an office like a lot of people that stream and record videos on and tutorials. Um, I am in my home environment with my wife Erica, my daughter Autumn, and our two feline fur babies, Pandaroo or Pandora, which is a real name, and Ornery. You might see them here or there throughout some of these videos that I make. But what I am doing today is just getting myself used to talking to this camera, seeing how this works. I'll be getting some video editing software soon. I just got to go to work and get my password for it. Um, but I'll be just today's not really going to be a tutorial. It's just going to be kind of me drawing. As you can see in this window pane, I have in the upper left hand corner is the program that I'm using, which is called Clip Studio Paint. It used to be called Manga Studio many years ago, but it changed names. Originally came from Japan as a tool to make comic books and stuff over in Japan. It's become a very powerful drawing program. The tablet I have, it is pressure sensitive with the Wacom tablet. I don't get to use it that much because usually when I'm on my computer, my daughter Autumn um, wants to play too. So Daddy gets distracted. And on the upper right hand corner, you see my ugly mug. I was told a long time ago, but that I have a perfect face for radio. Uh, Jokes get worse and stuff. So, what I'm going to do here with the screen showing my picture video up here of me, showing kind of like my facial expressions. I don't really like doing this, but um, it'll be capturing what I draw. And this blank space, I'm gonna think of some stuff to fill in, like a logo or something like that. So I want to do something, fun, frivolous, something whimsical. Whimsical would be a better term. Sorry, I got the sinus issues, so I'm coughing constantly. So please ignore that. I know it's going to drive some people nuts. Um, but yeah, I want to just make like a whimsical logo today, and that's what you're going to see. I'll probably just end up turning audio off while I do this, um, so you don't hear me gasping and stuff like that. But I'll try to pause the video as much as possible um, during interruptions. But it's a family life at home. What can I do? I love my family, so they'll probably be part of the videos whether they want to or not by walking through the background here. Um, My daughter has a little mini arcade machine that I made for her a couple of years ago right here, so she'll probably get on and play that every once in a while. And yeah, you'll probably see her too. So these are just to meant to help me pass the time because I'm pretty introverted, so I'm used to playing video games, but I would rather be upstairs during the day with my family, so this is one of the ways I can do that while still keeping my mind occupied and not zoning out watching TV and movies all day. So, without further ado, long story short, too late, I know. I'm going to pause the audio here and I will, well, I might not pause, I might explain some things as I'm doing them. So we'll get that started. I'm just going to click on this so the screen window that's in front of me that you don't see will disappear, and I will go directly to the Clip Studio Paint illustration. Um, it does zoom in and out. It's a touch screen. I'm going to select a pencil here. I'm going to do a rough pencil color. Let's see, I want to pick some tones. It's been a while since I've used this program, so I want a light gray. So I pick a light gray here. This program is pretty neat. It's got layers like Photoshop. You got different point sizes for the pencils. You got different things you can use: brushes, spray paints, airbrushes, decoration stuff, blends, eraser. It can even do cell animation if you are so bold to do so. I did that in college a long time ago. But right now I'm going to choose a pencil. I want a pencil here. I got my gray color. RBG. I'm on a normal layer. Layers are like pieces of clear paper. So I can draw something on one layer, put a new layer down, and cover that without ruining the layer underneath. So, excuse me. What I'm going to be doing is working on my rough sketch for this logo, and I just did some coloring books for the Wassenberg Art Center, some coloring pages, and I have multiple styles in some aspects. I could do a very cartoony, whimsical style. I love drawing anime. I've always been a big fan of comic books. I never really read them. I mostly drew out of the pictures. So this is what I'm going to be doing. You'll probably be hearing my thoughts. I ramble on. I'm sorry. I wish I could be more entertaining. But that will come as I get more confidence in what I'm doing here, because I'm learning this program. I've had this program for years. I just don't get to use it that often. But I'll be doing other stuff too. I got my cell phone camera. I got a camera here on my computer, so I'm all set up for cameras and recordings. So what I'm going to do is do little things here or there throughout the weeks, and you can either follow along with some of the drawing stuff because I will be doing drawing instruction. I will be doing model making instructions, stuff like that. I also paint miniatures. I'm not very good at. I got other friends that paint miniatures a lot better than I do. Um, but I can show you what I do. So if you're interested, I'll have stuff posted. This is in conjunction with the Wassenberg Art Center where I am employed, but we're on a hiatus, of course. So let's get going here, and yeah. So I got my pencil ready, which is just a plastic pencil through Wacom. It's got an eraser tip on the end and a writing tip here and mouse buttons. This does not need batteries. It's a marvel how this thing works. There you go. You hear Autumn right now. She will be coming in here, stuff like that. You'll be seeing her in the background. So what I'm going to do, I want to do a comical version of me, like right now, as a logo, as a artist. So kind of like art dad kind of thing, but So this is where I'm going to start. I start with the form, a basic rough form, and I'm just gonna. This thing works just like a pencil. I can do rough sketches. Um, if I mess up, I can erase. Um, so basically, I'm just doing my rough sketch here. That's kind of like a head. Some people will do like a crossbar to show where the I move things around. This is touch sensitive, so I can zoom in, zoom out. I think, even twist or rotate, but it's not letting me twist or rotate. But I can zoom in. That's good enough for me. Let's see. Yeah, I could twist by 2 different fingers. So it's very nice and intuitive. It's a touch sensitive. I'm gonna work out here a little bit. So this is starting of the head. I kind of want to get body motion here, and these characters that I'm doing don't have a whole lot of anatomy. They're quick, they're fast, they're fun. Yeah, and they're not meant to be highly detailed drawings. It's meant to be quick and easy. You don't have to draw a straight line. I have a lot of people say, I can't draw a straight line. Good, you don't need to. As long as you're having fun doing it, that's what matters. So I'm just kind of fixing my motion here, doing my legs. It's going to be like an action pose. Because I am an inactive dad most of the time. So I think this would be a fun action pose. What I'm going to be doing, though, this character here, I'll be teaching a lot of stuff with the other videos, like foreshortening, perspective, stuff like that. And with this, I am just going to be drawing kind of the pose. I am going to be holding a giant pencil in this. That's why I didn't. Well, actually, I can draw it. So the hands are curling up. So now I can just end up drawing the pencil here, and this is okay that I'm drawing through lines. Make that line a little bit bigger. And all these lines are just rough, because when I'm done, I'll be going through with a black ink marker, on the program here, and making everything that, and I will color it and stuff like that, and then that's how we'll show you your logo. So I'm just trying to do my proportions right. Even though it is a cartoon, you have to have somewhat proportions. Now the eyes are going to be a little weird. Yeah, I do mismatched eyes with these characters. So we all gotta have eyebrows, and these just float off the head. It's a cartoon. I was told a long time ago, because people wanted to work for Disney, and they're like, "Oh, I just draw cartoons," and Disney just doesn't want that. They want people to draw realistically, and that's what they want to see more of, are life sketches and stuff like that. So if you're just only good at cartoons, some places don't want you. But it's always nice to be able to draw realistically. I don't. I can, but I just don't. Because personally, after the invention of the camera, it changed the way painters and artists did things. Because before, artists would have to go take a picture of something. I mean, not take a picture, but they go out there and sit there with their easel and their sketchbooks and do thumbnails and paint the picture in front of people. Whereas a camera, they could take a picture and they can look at it after it was done, and the subject was already gone, so they had that image stuck in time for reference. Then they can paint it. So that's then once the camera came out, they go, oh, we can do different angles now, stuff like that. They could do ballerinas. They could paint ballerinas, because before it was hard to paint ballerinas because motion, but camera still image, and and off it goes. So I'm gonna give this guy a kind of like a smile here. I got a weird beard. I can change it. That doesn't look too good. I'll just erase that. And one nice thing about this tablet here, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Let's see here. Eraser size. I can change the brush size on it, see how it gets bigger, smaller. And it's still leaving residue like a regular eraser, but if I press harder, it'd get rid of it. Go back to my pencil, finish this in. I'm going to change the face later. Do some hair. My hair is a mess, just because I'm married. I don't have to go anywhere. So I'll have this rough hair in here, just this tousled mess. Now I'm just going to rough where things would be, like pants legs, stuff like that. Shirt sleeves, stuff like that. I don't need that there. And one nice thing about this drawing program is I can do rough stuff. Now my thumb shouldn't be like that. I did a mess up job here. And it's always nice to have reference. Your thumbs will be going out, because he's holding the pencil. Actually, I should just have this hand going over the pencil here. These are simplified, so I don't have to draw perfect fingers. And a lot of that gets cleaned up when you do the line work. Pencil, I got number 2 here. Number 2, that's basically the lead hardness. Art pencils have, different lead thicknesses, not thicknesses, but softness, the hardness. Hard pencils are very light, soft pencils are very dark. Number 2 is kind of like in the middle of the spectrum of that. But I can get into that later. But this is just me enjoying, trying to enjoy this time off. It's been nice because I can spend time with my family, and I'm not expected to go anywhere, which is perfect for an introvert like me. So right now we have a quick little line drawing here. Um, so what I'm going to do, I am going to add a vector layer, and this program can do vector lines. Um, Basically, vector lines are mathematical lines. Um, like if you have a picture at a low resolution and try to blow it up, it gets blurry. Same thing with regular JPEGs and drawings like that. If it's really small and you make it big, it'll distort and get blurry. While a vector image, since it's all mathematical lines, you can have it small, then make it as big as you want, and it still stays crisp and clean, which I like, as I will show in future videos and posts. Um, that I like to do black and white black and white line work a lot. Um, so let's get to it. I'm just going to use the G pen for now. Brush size needs a little bit bigger for my taste. Okay. Forgot to choose black lines. So go to here. Bam. Pick the color. And I can zoom in. That's one nice thing too, since health-wise, I am a diabetic and I'm in my early 40s. Eyesight's going bad. So this helps out so much. I don't have to get really close in. See, I could just I like doing thick lines, and this thing is really nice for line work. And I did an oopsie there. That's another nice thing about working digitally. And if you ever want to work digitally, if you have a computer, there are many tablets out there. There are Wacom makes quite a few. There's other corporations and companies that make decent tablets, and they have a lot of reviews online. I haven't used any of them. I've always had a Wacom tablet, or Wacom. Doesn't have a Y in it, so it's probably Wacom. As you notice, this has a little bit of a delay, but that is because I have a stabilization on this line. If I did a wiggly line, it'll make it straight. It'll correct that. So that's why it goes a little slower. Yeah, sweetie. And this pen is pressure sensitive. See, if I press harder, thicker line. If I press light lines come through. And when I zoom out, it'll look really nice here. I do this because the Temple side of the family have bags under our eyes, so I incorporated that into a lot of my drawings. So I kind of see it as it's both kind of like solemn, because there is some sadness in everybody, but yet again, I look sad all the time anyway because of these eyes of mine. I smile a lot when she makes noises like that because, I'm very happy to have a daughter, a child. So every day is joyous for me. See, I can try to make it wobbly. And I like to thicken up lines too. And it will thicken lines for me. That is one nice thing about the program. Some people might not like that, but that can change. This program has a nice thing. I can whip it and it will go out to the point. So you get used to how that works. So, and here she comes. So, hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second here, and you get to say hi to Autumn. Hi. Look at the camera. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, Daddy's drawing. Okay. Yeah, so Daddy's been recording this video for people to show them how he does some things, and you know, so yeah, Daddy gets to draw for people and see what he does. So you go play with Mommy, okay? And I will play with you in a little bit. Because luckily I can pause videos whenever I want and go play. So, but that was Autumn. You'll probably be seeing more of her throughout these videos. She's not used to having Daddy home all the time, you know, because Daddy works, of course. And my hair is really curly when it gets longer, and it is a atrocious mess right now. See how it corrected a line here? That's part of the stabilization. So it gives you a nice crisp line. When I'm not drawing on the tablet, I have to go over lines several times to get the thicknesses I like. So it actually takes more time. I don't like that line there, so I'm gonna. There we go. I fixed it. And I zoom back out. Then move that around. I can twist it. The reason why I twist the paper, because of muscle memory, I practice a lot of lines going this way, this way, this way, this way. You just draw lines on paper and half circles and stuff like that. So in order, I just practice certain movements, and the rest I can tilt the page to accommodate my muscle strokes. So it's like someone that takes taekwondo or batting practice or golfing practice. They keep doing the swing, and their body gets used to that muscle memory, and that's what I do. I do half circles and circle motions, so my hand gets used to that. Do line work, get my whole arm involved, and that's how these, you know, that's why I twist the paper, instead of, you know, learning how to do it all the, you know, different ways. I just twist the paper, and it's a lot easier for me. And I can zoom in here. The that's another. You just notice I just hit a little bit of the black line, and it took that whole black line out. It is set up that way, since it is a vector image. It will get rid of some of that extra mess. You can go to like an analog version of it, but I kind of like being able to hit part of the line that takes the whole line out. And I'm just so used to doing certain lines. There we go. And I want this thing to flare out a little bit. And this will be our eraser. And I'm using these half circles to help make it look three-dimensional. That's a, you know, I'll go over those later during some of the instruction stuff. But yeah. These are like contour lines, It helps gives the illusion that it's three-dimensional, or else it'd just be a two-dimensional image. That's why you don't need a whole lot of straight lines. And yeah, it's like this every day. Autumn doesn't want to eat because that means she doesn't get to play. You probably just saw my wife in the background too. That's Erica. Once I get this black line done, I will pause this video and do a part 2 of the coloring. In this cartoon, I'm not fat because it's my fantasy here drawing, so I can make myself skinny or fat if I want to. So I choose to be skinny in this one, which is nothing wrong with being overweight, but it does lead to health problems. These are the pockets, and there's the zipper. Fix this line right here. Bam. Do a little neck piece here. Getting closer. Wham, wham, wham. There's the stitching. And I'm just going to give myself a little stubble. But that's it for this particular video, and the next one I will color it and add more things to it and get that put up in here. So until next time, take it easy. Bye.